And by 7 o'clock, had some books with me and a few boards. I grabbed them and went inside. And so anyway, but make a long story short, God showed up. I spoke in an incredible way. And watch this, my friend. And people's lives were touched. And not only that, Mr. Tom Ziegler came up afterwards and he said, man, he said, what can I buy? He's only buy your stuff. You got anything downloadable? I only have physical books with me. I said, well, I mentioned my 21-day breakthrough challenge. So make a long story short, he signed up for the 21-day breakthrough challenge. And anyway, and a bunch of people bought books and other folks signed up for the challenge. And of course, you know what I did, don't you? I pulled out my nano card and I demonstrated with Mr. Tom Ziegler the nano card. And I had him put his arm straight out. And I said, now resist, and I'm going to push it down. You resist. And so I pushed his hand down. Then I said, now hold this little card. I call it the breakthrough card. Hold this card, and you tell me if you notice the difference. And so I said, I'm going to push the same strength of the same exact place. And his resistance was so much stronger. He's like, wait a minute. So I said, okay, give me the card back. I said, let's do it again. Push his hand straight down. He's like, what in the world? The crowd went, what? So I said, okay, wait a minute, one more. Let me show you something else. And so I had him put his hands together on his side and push down, and then I gave him the card and then couldn't budging. And this is amazing. So anyway, and I said, now what I wanted to tell you, short little explanation. That is this: everything electric puts off electromagnetic frequencies, and I said these electromagnetic frequencies. I said, take away the strength from your body. One of the things this breakthrough card, it does many things. It'll help you sleep better, help you get better gas mileage, keep your fruits and vegetables fresh for extra week if you put one in the refrigerator. I mean, if you have pain in your body, helps get rid. I said, but here's the deal. I said, but it's going to help also bring out your inner strength from your core, and it's going to help protect you from all the electric things that we have, EMF, electromagnetic frequencies. And I said, so when this is within an inch of your body, I said, it can even be in your pocket. It doesn't even have to touch your skin. I said, guess what, my friend? It happens. It works. And I said, just like this card does, that's what my trainings, my books, my 21-day breakthrough challenge is designed to do, to bring out your inner strength. Come on, somebody, and to help to block you from all this negative influence of all this stuff. So anyway, make a long story short, I got a email from Lori, the executive assistant, who was Zig's executive assistant for many years, and then Tom, and she's like, oh my goodness, we got to get you back ASAP. She's like, oh my goodness. She's like, as a matter of fact, can I put you also, I'm not just bringing you back, but can I put you on the list if I have any cancellations? I'd love to check with you first to see if you're available. I mean, we still got you, we're going to schedule, but I still want to, oh my goodness, I said, okay, I'd love to. And she sent me an email. She said, it's been, I can't even remember how long ago it's been, when people stayed so long afterwards talking to you and fellowshipping. And she's like, it was incredible. She's like, I haven't seen this, oh my goodness, in years. And anyway, to make a long story short, we sold just right at about $500, maybe a little bit more, $500. And I didn't go to sell anything. Now listen carefully. And so that's what I'm going to talk to you about. So I want to tell you about this real quick because it hit me. I mentioned it as I was speaking a little bit, and that is this. So you don't want to go to sell. You want to learn to sell as you serve. That's what I'm going to talk about today. So you don't want to go places to sell. You don't need contact. See, it's not about going to sell, because there was a lady, Jacqueline, that wanted to meet with me, and also Rod wanted to meet with me afterwards. And it was so amazing. Because she's like, oh my goodness, you're so good at selling. Oh, by the way, I never even mentioned, I think I've held up my book once, read a little bit from it, from the back. And sometimes I get a little excited. So I was like, I'm about to go overtime. So let me just stop. And so Mr. Ziegler said, well, wait a minute, you got any books or something, anything people can, you got any books to sell? And so I was like, hey, well, I don't sell any books. I said, I just simply make them available to people that want to buy them. I said people that want to get their breakthrough, people want to experience growth and experience life more abundantly. And so anyway, so what I'm saying is this. So literally, I didn't even do any kind of pitch, any kind of whatever while I was speaking. He actually said, well, Doc, you got something, you got some books or something you can sell? Because like I said, I was just right on time, so I didn't even set any books up on the table. I just had a box sitting at the back, when I walked in. And so I laid there now. So the self-fight. Wait a minute, let's back up. There was like, I don't know, 14 people maybe in the room, 14 people. So watch this, my friend. And so it hit me. So you don't go to sell, but you sell as you serve. Why was it that people were running back? As soon as I got done, they were running back with their credit cards and, hey, I want to buy this. I want one of everything you have. I want this. I want to get this. And I didn't even have a wife with me. I was like, oh my goodness, she usually does all that stuff. And so of necessity, people were in line and waiting and waiting and waiting. And guess what, my friend? It was okay. And they just waited. They waited patiently. And then people were fellowshipping and talking and asking questions afterwards. But here's what I'm saying, my friend. So if you get this concept, so write this down, and that is this. So people, we've heard this said, people love to buy, but they hate to be sold. Okay, listen carefully. People love to buy, they hate to be sold. That's partially true, but it's mostly wrong. Partially true, mostly wrong. Let's give you the breakthrough version of that. Let's backtrack. Is that okay? Watch this now. People love to buy. By the way, you know people love to buy. First of all, we've been trained to be consumers from the time we were children, be trained to be consumers by the television, been trained to be consumers by every commercial, my friend. That's why people, before they even get their check, normally 9 out of 10 people know exactly what their check is going to. You know why? People love to buy. Hey, when you go to a store, and here's the issue. You go to a store or something and you're looking around and the clerk asks you, may I help you? 9 times out of 10, you'll say what? No, thank you. Why? Because you think they're going to try to sell you something. So here's the part that's correct. People love to buy. They hate to be sold. In other words, they hate to be sold something they don't want. They hate to be sold or pushed into an area or arena they're not interested in. So here's the thing. When they say, may I help you? We say, no. Why? Because we don't want somebody trying to sell us something. But the amazing thing is now by the time, and think about it, you went there to buy something, so that's not the issue. But here's the thing, my friend, when you finally need some help, you can't hardly find anybody. So here's the breakthrough slogan again. Here's the spin on it. People love to buy, they hate to be sold. But here's the real truth, and that is people love to buy and people love to be sold. That's what we'll talk to you about here in the next few moments. People love to buy and people love to be sold. Get this now, when you sell them what they love to buy. Ooh, somebody better write that down. I said, people, I was thinking about that. I was like, and early this morning when I was praying, I was like, wow, to have $500 worth of sales to like 14 people, and I spoke for 30 minutes. And didn't even do any kind of pitch per se. I mean, it was actually Tom Ziegler who said, well, hey, Doc, you got anything for sale? I was like, well, I don't sell things. I make things available to people that want to buy them. Watch this, my friend. And so here's the thing. People love to buy. Write this down. People love to buy, and they love to be sold when you sell them something they love. Hey, write this down. People love to buy, and they love to be sold when they feel the person that's selling them loves them. Come on, somebody. See, when you sense, get this now, when you sense and when you pick up that the person, get this now, that's selling you, that's loving you. By the way, I was meeting with a lady. She's like, oh my goodness. She's like, you are like the best salesperson I ever met in my life. I was like, what are you talking about? I want to sell. She's like, no. She's like, the way you sell concepts, the way you sell ideals. And she's like, and I had to buy something from your stuff is so good. It's like, oh my goodness, I got to buy this. And I was like, wow. So again, people love to buy and people love to be sold when you sell them what they love. People love to buy and they love to be sold when the person that's selling them, they sense that person loves them. See, here's one of the things about me, and that is this. I love to speak. You know why I love to speak? First of all, because I love the one who empowers me to speak. I love the people to whom I'm speaking. I love the topic and subjects on which I'm speaking about. And so the people that hear me, they pick up the love. They pick up, wait a minute, this guy has passion. He's not just excited. He's not just, he's just not just like over the top, which I am for some people, and I mean to be, because this is me. Some folks are so into the bottom. We got to help level that thing out a little bit. But here's what I'm saying, though, my friend. But listen, people love to buy. Listen, my friend, when they sense that you're the person that's selling selling them something, cares about them. In other words, my wife and I, we've said this many times, if it's not win-win-win, we're not in. But whenever it's win-win-win, we're all the way in. So in other words, I'm never going to construct a deal that's going to be a win for me, a lose for you. And I'm never going to construct a deal that's going to be a big win for me, a little win for you. No, it's going to be win-win-win, big win, big win, big win. Matter of fact, I like to make sure that the people that I'm in a relationship with, my friend, that they come out with more, they have more. And so I'm telling you, people, listen, you got to retrain your brain. Romans 12:2. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so, my friend, I'm telling you, you will never be successful literally in any endeavor unless you get this right concept of selling and get it down. And matter of fact, I got a whole course called the Breakthrough Selling System, and it's entitled The Art of Selling Without Selling, or How to Sell Without Being a Sellout. However, this is a whole different this is a whole other caveat, another little breakthrough selling piece and tips that I'm giving you. And that is, again, write it down if you haven't written it down, and say it to yourself till you can believe it, my friend. You gotta convert yourself. By the way, let me back up. The best and first and most important sale you ever got to make is selling yourself. Come on now. See, I had to sell myself on, I'm not going to be late. I had to sell myself on, God's going to work a miracle to get me there. I had to sell myself on, okay, even if I get there late, I only have 15 minutes. You know what I said to myself? I'm going to do better and more in 15 minutes than the average person can do in 30 minutes or an hour. Come on. Come on, somebody. See, I'm telling you the power of your brain. So listen, my friend, you got to stop short-circuiting yourself. Stop short-circuiting your brain. Again, learn to see, even thinking about that topic, people love to buy, they hate to be sold. No, people love to buy and they love to be sold when the thing that you're selling them is what they love. People love to buy and they love to be sold when the person that's selling them loves them. Hey, watch this. What about this? People love to buy and they love to be sold. Get this now, when the thing you're selling them solves their problems. I told you the illustration many years ago, but years ago, one of the companies I was one of the top income earners, and the recruiters with that the owner, he and I, matter of fact, I'm looking at some of the trophies and some of the plaques and things from that company, and the owner and I would fly around on the corporate jet, and so he would always speak first, and then he'd introduce me, and he had written a book, by the way, called Guaranteed Prospects. He said, Dr. Breakthrough, Dr. Stan Harris, he's the only guy I know who doesn't need my book. He said, everybody else, y'all need to get this book. And but he said, Dr. Breakthrough, this guy can recruit people. He said, no. He said he can sell ice to Eskimos, what he said. Then he said, and he can recruit people at will. Well, guess what? Well, I got up to speak, and I said, listen, I appreciate, Mr. Jackson, your kind words and compliments. However, I don't think Eskimos need ice. But if they're going to buy it, I want them to buy it for me. Ain't no shame in my game. Come on now. I said, and I really can't recruit people at will. Here's all I do. I listen real well, and I watch real well. And when I see people talk about their problems and their struggles, I simply, get this now, I simply present my business, my service, in light of its problem-solving capability. So I'm not really a salesperson per se. I'm just a problem solver. However, when I help solve people's problems, they have a tendency to buy my products and my service, and I get paid. And by the way, I deserve to get paid. Deserve in Danish, D is from, serve, service, from service. Whenever you provide service, you deserve to get paid. And when you start having the posture and the feeling and the knowing that you deserve to get paid, guess what? Now money starts to flow your way. And so I'm telling you, my friend, don't go to sell, but you'll sell as you serve. I'm going to say it again. Don't go to sell, but you can sell as you serve. And my friend, when you got products and services that service mankind, by the way, everybody write this, this is a little piece from my training on the Breakthrough Selling System, but write down the word service if you have something to write with. If you're driving, please keep driving, but if not, hurry up. Write down the word service because I got to pull this thing to a close, okay? Service, S-E-R-V-I-C-E. Now, if you write the word service down, put 2 vertical lines to the S, 1 vertical line to the C, and what that teaches you is this, and I'm doing it, by the way, as I'm speaking to you. That means that service is the dollar and cents of everything that we do. Oh, that's hot right there. See, we don't do things at the expense of people. We don't sell things at the expense of people. We sell things at the service of people. Why? Because people love to buy and they love to be sold. When people sell them what they love, people love to buy and they love to be sold when they sense the person that's selling them loves them, cares about them. People love to buy and they love to be sold when the person sells them something that they perceive to be something that solves their problem. Hey, watch this, my friends. People love to buy and they love to be sold when you sell them, get this now, something at a good price and give them great customer service. I'm telling you, my friend, I'm telling you, when people get something at a good price, and by the way, and they have the good service. And you know what I found out, by the way? It doesn't always have to be at a great discounted price because people just want what they want. And the beautiful thing is, if you can learn to get really good, I do cover this more in my breakthrough selling system. You can learn my definition of marketing if you'll understand the definition of true marketing and you learn to work on that, my friend. I'm telling you, you'll get crazy, crazy good. And that is this. Selling and marketing, in a nutshell, marketing in a nutshell is the ability to identify and or create in others a desire to buy what you have to offer, which in essence solves their problems. Oh, drop the mic right there. By the way, when I do things, I like to make a Godfather offer. Come on, a breakthrough Godfather offer. What's that? That's something that's too good to refuse, because if they refuse, they feel like they lose. Ooh, did you get that? I said a breakthrough Godfather offer. Now, not where you're being threatened, right? So, no, the breakthrough Godfather offer is an offer too good to refuse because they feel like if they refuse, then they will lose. Come on now. See, you got to have posture. See, the folks that hear you, the folks that say, wait a minute, if I refuse Dr. Breakthrough, I'm the one that's losing. I'm the one that's losing out. So again, marketing is the ability to identify or create. Now, it's good if you can identify. Now, you get master level when you get to this level. Or create in others a desire to buy what you have to offer, which in essence solves their problems. See, that's how you can go to the top of many companies, my friend. Why? Because, my friend, I'm selling people. By the way, one of the greatest things of speaking, every speaker, people don't know it, is nothing but a sales. Why? I'm selling people that you can do better. I'm selling people that you can get your breakthrough. By the way, just redefined and repackaging my whole purpose on my breakthrough challenge. When I was talking to someone yesterday, I said, man, let me refine a little bit, make sure everybody understands that. So within the next 5 years, to make sure everybody's clear on who I am and what I'm all about, in the next 5 years or less, I'm going to empower 1 million or more people to get one or more breakthroughs in 21 days or less. Let me say it again. Again, my whole life is wrapped up in this right now. I'm saying in the next 5 years or less, I'm going to empower 1 million people to experience one or more breakthroughs in 21 days or less through my 21-day breakthrough challenge or my 10-day advance challenge. And the beautiful thing, my friend, is I got a chance to talk to Mr. Tom Ziegler. So not only now is he taking the challenge, and not only is he going to go to my website, which, by the way, you ought to go to, www.theinternetmentor.com. So www.theinternetmentor.com. And there's no way I can mentor everybody. Always ask me, and so I do it through the internet. So theinternetmentor.com, that'll take you to the Breakthrough Empowerment Center, which my beautiful wife put together for me. And like I said, I mean, I'm just I'm the kite, she the string. Like, she does all the loose end stuff, right? Detail stuff. Because I be like, I like Coach, man. You don't think, you might as well think big, but you better have a wife like mine that can think on the small details that need to be taken care of. Else you have a big explosion. So anyway, so watch this, my friend. Watch this. So again, theinternetmentor.com, and you'll see some things there. I'm telling you some powerful trainings. But here's the thing, though. But again, you got to get this. You got to understand this, and you got to learn to retrain your brain. Because I'm telling you, I was telling the lady yesterday, I was like, I used to hate selling. I used to tell people was like, man, with your personality, you'd be great at sales. And I was like, get away from me with that. I'm a minister. I'm a servant of the Lord. I don't sell. And then when I found out, literally, oh wow, yeah, I do sell. I just do the proper selling, because we just think selling is some loud mouth, fast talking, somebody trying to get us to buy something we don't want, something we don't need, something we can't really use, charging us way above. No. Listen, my friend, I'm telling you, again, it's all about service. See, selling is not something you do to someone. Oh, this is hot. Selling is not something you do to someone. Selling is something you discover with someone. See, selling is something you discover with someone. See, so I helped the people make a discovery yesterday. I impacted. I spoke into their life. I got them to believe that they can break through. Come on, I got them to believe that their barriers were not made to stop them. Their barriers were made to be broken. I got them to believe that they can go from being a mess to being a master. I got them to believe that they can go from being mediocre, which is even worse than being a mess, because mediocre, you're just settling. By the way, I asked them yesterday, I said, do dogs like bones? And the answer is no, dogs don't like bones. Dogs settle for bones. Dogs like meat, but people just throw them the bones and they just settle for the bones. And listen, my friend, it's worse. It's bad to be in a mess, but it's worse to be mediocre. We just kind of, hum. God says, I wish you were cold or hot. You lukewarm, I spew you out my mouth. I don't want no mediocre nothing. Come on, somebody. That's why I say I'm going to use somebody like Paul. He was on fire, acting a fool, killing Christians. So guess what? I'm going to get him on my side.